Welcome to our YouTube channel, where wisdom meets inspiration. In this channel, we share valuable insights to help you become the best version of yourself. Our content is designed to uplift your spirit and enrich your life. Make sure to subscribe to our channel to stay connected with this incredible journey. Click the subscribe button below.
Is there any need for me to know God? No, there is no need. Sri Ramakrishna gives a very beautiful example. He asked Vivekananda once, suppose you were a fly and there is a bowl of nectar, amrita. So how will you drink that nectar? Vivekananda said that I will carefully sit on the edge of the bowl and extend my neck and drink. Otherwise, if I fall, I will die. Then Ramakrishna said, this is the bowl, the nectar of immortality. If you fall into it, you will not die. You will become one with it. So there are these two ways of being spiritual. One is, I might retain my separateness and enjoy God by loving God. It could be God as individual, Krishna, Rama, or the same God in all beings through service. So that is I am separate, but I am enjoying God in all these ways. And the other way is to realize who am I. So these are these two ways. Does one have to do the other? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Both ways, you are touching that reality. You are experiencing that reality. You are drinking from the nectar. You will become immortal. So that's fine.
Thank you, Swamiji. Now, switching gears to some Vedanta related questions. So, Vedanta says Sachidananda is our true nature. Many spiritual masters have taught us that love is our true nature. How are these two descriptions, Sachidananda and love, connected? What's the relationship between these two?
Yes. The realization that I am Sachidananda makes you limitless. And an expression of that limitlessness is love. Why we do not love is we limit ourselves to ourselves, only this one. And if something is connected to this one, husband, wife, children, father, mother, then we love. Community, then we love. But if I am limitless, I am not limited to this body, mind. I am existence itself. Then all things, somebody asked, what things exist? Answer, everything. What is the one common thing in everything? Existence. If I am existence itself, I am one with the entire universe. If I am consciousness itself, I see myself in all sentient beings. So love will become automatic. Or love comes out of that feeling of oneness. Satchidananda, oneness is equal to love in practical life. Yes.
Nice. So, Adi Shankara was a proponent of Advaita. However, he wrote so many hymns in praise of goddesses in many forms, which indicates Dvaita. Please help me understand.
Yes. Now, this has to be understood deeply. Otherwise, always we'll feel there's a contradiction between Advaita and Dvaita. Hanuman was asked by Ramchandra, how do you see me? Hanuman said, and Hanuman is as great a philosopher as a karma yogi, as a bhakta. All of those qualities are present in Hanuman. So Hanuman said, Deha buddhya dasoham, jiva buddhya twadangshaka, atma buddhya tvamevaham iti me nishchitamati. As a person, as a physical, this Hanuman, I am the servant, you are my Lord. You are my master, I am the servant. This is our relationship. This is how I understand you. As a jiva, sentient being, which in this body, Hanuman, before this birth, something else. After this, if at all anything is going to be there, I'll be something else. We're going from lifetime to lifetime. You are the whole, I am your part. Twadangshaka. I am part of you. See, a servant and master, there's some difference. But a jiva, I am part of you. Like the sun and the ray of the sun. Upanishad says, like thousands of sparks come from one bonfire. So I am part of you. Atma buddhya tvamevaham. As Atma, as pure consciousness, you and I are one. Which one is true? Iti me nishchitamati. All three are true. All three are true. Hanuman will continue to be the servant of Ramchandra. Hanuman will never say, you and I are one. No. Hanuman will continue to be Ramchandra. But as pure consciousness, what is Ramachandra, what is Hanuman, is one, same. When we chant Ram Nam, at the beginning of that, there is a beautiful verse. Srinathe Janakinathe Abheda Paramatmani Tathapi Mama Sarvasvas Sri Rama Kamalalochana. That Srinatha, Vishnu, Lord Vishnu, Janakinatha, which is Sitaram, Ram. They are Abheda Paramatmani, in one consciousness. They are one and the same pure consciousness, Satchidananda. Still, I know that. But still, now the lover is speaking, devotee of God is speaking. For me, the lotus-eyed Rama is everything. Mama Sarvasva. So I have full Vedantic knowledge. But love is priority number one. That my love is for the same Satchidananda, but in the form of Ramchandra. So in that way it can be reconciled. That what bhakti is approaching, what gnana is approaching, is the same reality. Gnana approaches as soham. We studied that. Aham brahmasmi. Bhakti approaches as dasoham. You are my Lord, I am the servant. There's a beautiful saying. Bodhat prag dvaitam mohaya prapte manishaya bhaktyartham kalpitam dvaitam advaitadapi sundaram. Before becoming enlightened, this duality, this separation, it leads to moha, to delusion. After enlightenment, what enlightenment? Aham brahmasmi. After that, still difference you will see. Then what will be my relationship with God? Bhakti artham kalpitam dvaitam. An imagined duality, a visualized duality after enlightenment. Advaitadapi sundaram. It's more beautiful than Advaita. So Adi Shankaracharya, he holds on to his devotion. So many beautiful hymns he has written to Shiva, to Vishnu, to Rama, to Krishna, to Ganesha, to Ganga, to Devi, in the different forms of the Divine Mother, Bhavani Ashtakam. There are so many beautiful hymns he has written. It is the same reality where he says, Aham Brahmasmi, but in all these forms, he's making a difference between I, the devotee, and you, my God. And therefore, notice, he is not Sampradaik. He is not sectarian. He's not writing hymn only to Vishnu and not to Shiva, or only to Shiva, not to Vishnu, only to Devi but not to Krishna. No, to everybody. Because for him they are not different. The same divinity is coming in all these wonderful, wonderful forms. Shankaracharya's hymns, he's a great Advaitin, but his hymns on devotion, we have a publication from the Ramakrishna Mutt in Nagpur, which is all the Sanskrit hymns, collection of good, beautiful Sanskrit hymns from various sources in Hinduism. And I was just seeing the contents. This is a 5,000-year-old culture, and you have collected the best stotras from last 5,000 years. And yet I saw about 25% or 20% of the stotras are from one man, Shankaracharya. One boy. In 5,000 years of history, devotional hymns in this vast literature, in Sanskrit literature, somebody has selected, but he has found some of the most beautiful hymns, one person in this 5,000-year-old history. And that person is an Advaitin, non-dualist. Is singing about the love of God. I've seen so many such cases. Great Advaitins. Their whole teaching, lifetime teaching is Vedanta. But when in the front of the deity, tears in their eyes. I know two stories I will tell you. One is, Chinmay mission is there. Swami Chinmayananda ji was his guru from whom he learned Vedanta, Tapovan Maharaj. He was a great master of Vedanta in the Himalayas. Now, I met his sevak, Tapovan Maharaj's sevak, Sundaranandji, when he was still alive in his 80s. I met him. He told me some stories of Tapovan Maharaj. He says, Tapovan Maharaj used to go into higher parts of the Himalayas. It's in a book, Wanderings in the Himalayas. So this Sundarananda used to go as sevak behind him. One day they went to Gomukh, source of the Ganga. And Tapovan Maharaj was a very tall man, offering flowers to that at a glacier, the beginning of Ganga, and chanting stotras. In that cold, they were standing. And he said, I was standing behind him with flowers and incense and all that. And he turned and looked down at me, asking for more flowers. When he turned around, he told me, this Swami, तो मैं देखा इतने बड़े ज्ञानी और आंख में आंसू. in that terrible cold in Gangotri. Such a great Jnani, turning around asking for more flowers, tears streaming down from his face. That sadhu I told you about, who said that bhajan kar liya karo, dikhta hai Mahatma ji, kuch nahi hai. That sadhu, non-dualist, Advaitin. Ganga is in front. He said to me once, चाहे जो पाप किया है वो जाए गंगा स्नान करे, हम पाप किए ही नहीं, हम क्यों गंगा स्नान करें? Those who have committed a lot of sins, let them take a bath in the Ganga. But that does not mean he does not have Ganga Bhakti. Because I saw from the cottage where I used to live, on the other side of Ganga, on the other side there was the cottage of this sadhu. From morning till afternoon, one armchair would be put near the Ganga, and the disciples would support. He was quite heavy built, and make him sit there. From morning till afternoon, this old sadhu would sit there, watch the Ganga. So it's not that he has no devotion for Ganga.
I think you've also said the story about when you went off into the Himalayas with the Ashtavakra Gita, and this old monk told you
this
something.
This is Sundarand, the Sevak of Tapovan Maharaj. He used to live in the cottage in front of me. And he has passed away. The cottage is now a museum, I heard. So he saw me. All the time, Aham Brahmasmi Advaita. So he called me. He said, Kya pad rahe hain? What are you studying? I showed him Ashtavakra. He said, Bahut acha, wait. Then he went inside and he brought out one book, Vishnu Sahasranam. And he said, Isko bhi padhiye. You read Advaita, very good. But this one also. And then he said, Nahi to akelapan chuvega. The loneliness will bite you in this place where you are staying in this way. So, Vivekananda, I'll give last word to Vivekananda. He told an American lady here in the US, always keep two sides, madam. Whenever I'm feeling good, I say, I am he, I am Brahman. And when I have a stomachache, I say, Mother, save me. Always keep two sides, madam. Two sides of it. Keep the bhakti side of it and the jnana side of it. One sadhu, a strong, staunch non-dualist. But he said, the problem with the non-dualist approach is, the rustic Hindi, he said, मैं ब्रह्म तू भी ब्रह्म, बोलना बहुत आसान है महात्मा जी, करना बहुत कठिन है. I am Brahman, you are Brahman. Easy to say it, but to live it is difficult. And if you are supported by bhakti, it becomes easier.
Become Swami Vivekananda's messenger. Share the video with 3 of your friends.